Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we have a Week 2 Bachelorette recap, Charity Lawson's season. And boy, is it a good one. We're really steaming things up here. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day to everybody out there, where we celebrate the day Will Smith defeated the aliens. And, of course, by aliens, we mean those dang British. Get out of here. Who needs you? All right, so either way, happy 4th for everyone out there. Be safe. Don't do the firework thing. Don't blow off 3 fingers because you want to impress that dude from high school. You know what I mean? Be safe out there. All right, we're going to get into it. I take notes. I read them back to you. No jump cuts, no edits. Do me a solid. Give it a like and leave a comment if you're watching this on Independence Day, because I got to get out of here, and we could use all the help with the algorithm we can get. All right, let's jump into it. Charity's first group date. The boys are getting ready. She's got a group date. She's got a one-on-one. There's cowboy hats, earrings, scarf. They really just nailed all the different looks here. A very diverse cast. Don't want to be on a group date and get stuck with a chilly neck. You don't need a cold clavicle out there. You don't know what it's like, folks. It can get very chilly out there, and you need your clavicle to be perfectly room temperature. All right, so Jesse roasts Brayden for his scarf. Who wouldn't? And then they announced the first one-on-one date goes to Aaron B. Let's get into that. There's a red convertible. They do their thing out there. It's reality. Steve said it looked just like Driving with Dave. Is this date ripping off Driving with Dave? Dave Neal, I think the most interesting part of this drive is trying to look at the $8 gas prices. Well, I don't look at gas prices anymore now that I drive an electric vehicle. I'm an EV snob. But if you do want to see a real Driving with Dave episode that's more than a couple minutes long, my interview with Tammy is out now, getting great reviews. Some people are shocked at some of the things she said in this interview, which I wouldn't be because it's Tammy, but there she is. All right, so let's go back to, and by the way, if you enjoy a good roast, I have my new roast up on the Patreon, the roast of Katie Thurston. I only included my clips, not the other comedians, because some of the jokes were wild. But anyway, I'm not going to share with you right now what joke this was. I'm just going to share the response from the audience. This was the joke I made about Katie, her cat, and John Hersey. And that's just the response. So if we go over here to Instagram, which I wasn't ready for this, but I'm just going to show you. It was called the American Comedy Club. But I'm going to show you right now the response from Katie's face, which, by the way, you just can't make up here. We'll get to the recap in a second. But here's Katie at her roast, right? And then here's the face she made after I told the joke that you just heard the response to. Here's the face right there. So if you want to see the joke uncensored, only on Patreon. Don't put it anywhere else. Don't spoil it and share it with the Reddit or anyone else. There it is right there, Katie's response. I don't know, I thought it was pretty good. Okay, let's get back into it. So anyway, after the episode here, we'll have Tammy video. You can go watch that. And then so she's on her date. They do the Hollywood, red convertible at the Hollywood sign. A lot of, Charity says Aaron makes her feel like the only girl in the room. And she goes, and she's like, haha, he makes her feel like she's got zero competition. You don't have any competition, Charity. You got 20 men acting like foolish barbarians because you are the only girl in the room. And it doesn't mean we don't love you, but it takes away the dynamics of proper mating. They go to the most obnoxious spot in all of Los Angeles, Nick Viall's podcast studio. Who said that? Did someone write that in? The Hollywood sign, the viewing location. So anyway, here's the Hollywood sign. You guys might remember back in the day we used to do a show called Hollywood Posers. Here's just a quick clip from the same exact location that Charity's at. Here's where Charity is. It's normally like a public viewing spot of the Hollywood sign, where all the weirdos go to take photos. Here's a quick clip.
Ooh, take a look at this couple over here, Dave.
Amazing. A nice flowing sundress on this 98-degree day.
Absolutely. She's sparing no expense. She really came to play today.
Now, Channing, the most popular shot of the Hollywood sign is going to be the platter shot. That's
all right, so
you
you guys know where you can go find that. So anyway, some Hollywood poser content we're going to tie in here. And let's get back into the recap here. Charity says Aaron makes her feel like the only girl in the room. We got that. Charity says Aaron's parents had a similar experience as her. Oh, that's really nice. Charity says her parents had this similar, Aaron's parents had a similar experience to her parents. Wouldn't this be the worst Parent Trap horror story of all time? Turns out they're twins separated at birth. They found out by playing tonsil hockey with each other on a convertible. Charity says she has the best surprise ever, and then of course they hike to the back of the Hollywood sign. Highly illegal. Don't do this. They of course had permits. You don't want to do this. Back at the house, the bros are chilling in the hot tub and discussing who is there for the right reasons. Charity and Aaron's evening dinner is at a beautiful theater. Lauren Elena performs, of course, from American Idol. Where's my Lauren Elena photos? Are they in there somewhere? Anyway, no, we can't find any. All right, I must not have deemed them interesting enough. So anyway, here she is. Charity nearly breaks down in awe of Aaron, sharing his feelings for her. Then they have the group date next. Sun's out, buns out. The group date's happening right here. Speedos and sports cups. Jesse introduces beach dodgeball, 4th annual Dodge Bowl. Aaron says, I can't believe we're doing this when Yosef has a daughter at home. Of course, where's that photo? It's in here somewhere. Either way, oh, here it is right here. No, that's not it. We lost it. It's gone. Here it is. I can't believe we're doing this when Yosef has a daughter at home. Full circle meme moment. That's right. The show, only a few years too late, jumps on the bandwagon. And chef's kiss to them. Okay, Xavier's dominating for the pink, wins it big. By the way, Jesse Palmer is so much better at this type of date, the fun group date. Jesse Palmer is so much better than Chris Harrison was. I'm sorry. I thought Chris Harrison was fine. I wasn't on the whole, Jesse's way better, but Jesse's really coming into his own. All right, so then Xavier wins, and Caleb the wrestler wins it for green. They goes back to a tiebreaker. Pink wins overall. MVP is the women standing around the court getting pelted with the balls. Oh my gosh, could you imagine that? They literally decided to use women as shields so they didn't have to go run after the balls when they got, thrown overboard. So pray for this lady right here who took a nice one to the elbow. Hopefully that's not her writer's arm. Anyway, Adrian from Green Team, yo Adrian, wins MVP and joins Pink Team for the after party evening portion of the group date. Charity makes it known she doesn't want any guys there who just want a spring break. And I'm like, why not? It's free drinks. Let them party. John gets the group date rose. Same old story. Guys have fun while waiting to go on the date, then get accused of being there for the wrong reasons. It's like, listen, if I'm not on a date with Charity and I'm stuck at a mansion, I'm hanging out in the hot tub too. I'm doing stupid, dives. I'm having a contest. Oh, Dave's here for spring break. I am until Charity gets back. Let's go. Somebody get the tequila shots and let's party. All right, so then they do this marathon date, right? Let's jump over to the marathon kissing date here. Let's see if we can find it. Hold on, they all win there. So here we have Rachel Recchia and Gabby Windy from last season's Bachelorette. Have one thing in common with Charity. They're also not with anybody yet. Back at home, Brayden pulls a Yosef and says he felt that the boys... Okay, so hold on. Before we get to that, where's the kissing? Let's go to the kissing right here. Okay, so you got these guys. They do this marathon kissing, longest kiss in Bachelor Nation history. How about the longest relationship? Why don't they do that? Why don't they try to break the record for the longest relationship? Dudes making out with their hands. That's not good for spreading disease. Then they tell Charity about their best kiss story. Joey wins, gets a marathon kiss with Charity. Where's that one? There it is, marathon kissing. And the dudes have to watch. They break the record and go another minute, 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Yeah, if I was Charity, I'd say, you know what? I want to make this kiss so obnoxiously long. I want them to never try it on air again, and then they just kiss for 2 hours. Just go for it. Gabby and Rachel announced that Joey will get a one-on-one date tonight. Sucks to be the other bros. Back at the home, Brayden pulls a Yosef and says he felt that the boys were disrespected. Yeah, that's what you don't want. You don't want the whole, these guys, they deserve better. It's like no one needs a union rep here, Brayden. He says he doesn't think he can have a relationship with her. So then they decide to do a barbecue in lieu of a cocktail party. Brayden has his bags packed, chats with Charity. He says he felt so bad for the guys. I don't see how this conversation was productive at all. Charity's like, well, glad we had this chat. I'm like, what just happened? Charity says he was being vulnerable and opening up. I feel like Charity is very charitable with how she's judging that conversation. So then we have Adrian explains his point of view of his issue with Brayden. Adrian relays to Charity that she was called classless. And it's like, all right, rewind the tape. Was she called classless? Did I miss something? Jesse tells the dudes that Charity found out some upsetting info. Jesse does a good job of playing that dad role, and he's like, Charity's not here. She found out some upsetting information. And we're like, dang it, Jesse, why do you got to say it like that? Jesse giveth a cookout. Jesse can taketh away the cookouteth. Other dudes are pissed because they didn't get to talk with Charity. Then Adrian defends himself as being the honest guy. He's like, yeah, I talked about it. I'm just the honest guy. I'm telling you how it is. And then someone else says, you could have just stayed quiet, man. Anyway, rose ceremony starts. Charity has a speech. Incredible week, but annoyed about what she's heard. Adrian and Brayden both get roses, setting up for a future 2-on-1 date. No rose for Spencer, and who are the other hooligans that didn't get a rose here? I had it written down somewhere. It's just too early in the season. It doesn't really matter is the point. Either way, what do you guys think of this episode? I'm going to have some more content, not too much, but some light content for you if you're driving to or fro anywhere. So I'll have Bachelor Rush Hour for you today. Tomorrow we'll get back on a semi-regular content schedule, although to be quite honest, I know and not many people are watching YouTube today, so rather than fight the algorithm, I'm just going to go have a couple drinks by the pool and read a bad novel. Does anyone have any beach pool novel recommendations? Let me know. Something John Clancy, something you can fall asleep to and then wake back up and, you ever read a novel and you're like 17 hours later and you're like, I don't remember what happened for the last 2 chapters. I was daydreaming the whole time. That's how I read. That's the old ADHD novel reading experience for me. And then what else do we have going on? The ticket links for my Seattle show are almost out. I just got the sort of semi-finalized version of the ticket link, so I'll have that out for people soon. No Patreon today. We will be back tomorrow as I'm recording here from the desert. So more content coming your way. Thank you so much for watching, leaving a comment, helping out boost the algorithm, liking and sharing, and I'll be back for the podcast in a little bit, Bachelor Rush Hour. And if you haven't already, go check out Driving with Dave if you want more content. They're good seasonal videos that don't take a little longer to watch, but you can go check out my latest interview with Tammy. This Friday we'll have Dr. Diane, and then we'll see who's after that. All right, folks, have a good day. Happy 4th of July.